Are you renting down here or did you buy something?
I'm renting down here.
We're the Mojo real estate team. We have a lot of people that transfer in from out of town.
Like you. I like me.
What's your name?
My name's Alan Zonizer.
Tony Lee.
My name's Jordan.
Riley.
Taylor.
Maya.
Going to school down here, I never worried about it. I mean, I started coming here when I was 14, pretty much by myself, and I never worried about it whatsoever.
So you're thinking about moving to Kansas City? Well, today, Max and I are down here on the Mojo real estate team. We're down here talking to people from Kansas City that live in Kansas City to ask them what they like about our city. So stick around. We're going to go check it out. What part of the city do you live in?
Olathe.
Olathe?
Yeah.
You like it there?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I live in Lee Summit, which is southeast suburbs.
Okay.
I live in Leawood.
Leawood? How'd you guys meet?
School.
I live in Crestwood, not too far away from the plaza where we are today.
Blue Springs, but I just moved to downtown.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I'm kind of liking the city life.
I used to live in Overland Park for the last 4 years, but I just moved down to Westport a year ago,
Okay.
so I live around here.
Moving a little closer to the city.
Yeah, I really like city life.
How long have you lived in Kansas City?
My whole life.
I've lived here 19 years, all my life.
Since 97, so that'd be about 27 years.
I was raised in Lee Summit, so on the Missouri side, and then when I was 16, we moved to Johnson County area.
So what's your favorite part about living here?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
You got some really popular people here.
The Chiefs win the Super Bowls a lot. Yeah.
You get a really good team.
Plaza is one of my favorite things.
What do you like about, have you always lived in Leawood and Prairie Village?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you like about living there?
I like how close everybody is and how I know everyone around me and everyone goes to my school.
Yeah, I
mostly.
agree. Basically same.
Love living in Kansas City. I love all the art scene, the culture. The neighborhoods are beautiful. You can always find a nice park to go to, take your family. I raised my family here. Got pretty good schools, charter schools, private schools. So I run a business in Kansas City. I insure a lot of the local business owners under Ambition Risk Services. So it's a great city to live in.
How different it is, you can kind of go, down by where I live, it's a lot quieter than up here. I went to high school up here at St. Teresa's, so it's a lot more up and going. It's upbeat. There's a lot of different areas for young kids to go have fun, go out on the weekends, things like that.
It's got a good climate. It's got safe. It's a pretty safe area, and there's lots to do and lots of employment opportunities. So.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing to do in Kansas City? You're like, we're going to go out and have fun. Where do you like to go?
I mean, right now, Power and Light, but in the winter, probably down here. It's fun with the Christmas lights.
We like to go to the plaza. We drive around, go shopping.
Yeah.
It's night and day. It's my Iowa is 5,000 people, and here's over 1 million. So it's really different, and I always knew I'd like to be in a bigger town.
Either go to the library or ride the streetcar downtown.
All right.
And since it's expanding, it's going to be ride the streetcar through town. So
Do some people watching?
a little bit.
What I like about Blue Springs, a little more calm and laid back. You don't got to really worry about much traffic and things like that, and waits at restaurants. That's a big thing.
You can come here to the plaza. You can go to Westport. A little bit of everything. You got restaurants. You got the bars if you're old enough, and just places to shop.
What else should I ask Max?
The weather in the winter. I don't like the cold, so.
Humidity.
Yeah.
Probably no beach or we're just kind of in the middle of everything.
Yeah. We need a beach here, and then that would be probably the best part. I wouldn't have to leave.
People talk about traffic here. I spend a lot of time in D.C. and New York City, and we don't know traffic. If you're not in a parking lot in Kansas City, you don't have traffic. So I would say the congestion is just not there in Kansas City. A lot more people, a lot more development going up versus out. So you got a lot of space, a lot of green space here that you don't see necessarily out east. But I think the cultural vibe is deepening in Kansas City, trying to catch up with some of those East Coast towns that I'm used to.
So if there was anything that you could change about Kansas City or something maybe that's a negative, just to keep it real, what comes to mind?
That's a good question. I think we need a little bit more, retail. I think that the plaza is kind of changing, a little bit more retail would be good.
Well, I would say the homeless situation, but I can't really fix anything on that. I would say the aggressive homeless situation.
I just feel there's so many different neighborhoods. I wish it was all connected. I know they're building that streetcar, but it just, even living in Westport, to get to downtown, you have to Uber. It's not that close. I just wish there was more public transportation, I guess.
Maybe the more nicer boutique stores that are in larger cities like Chicago or Los Angeles and things like that, or New York. I wish they could come here and maybe grow here. But yeah.
Cool.
They pretty much got a little bit of everything here. It's a pretty good town to live in. kind of call it a knockoff Nashville or New York.
I want to keep having us move toward more equity and fairness. I'm working to reduce domestic violence. That's one of my missions.
They have good schools now, but I think, to get more people to move into the city, more schools, more options for the kids. But, overall with the new airport and, a lot that's going on with the Casey Current down the riverfront, it's just blowing up to really be a good city.
All right, well, looks like that's a wrap. That was an absolute blast. It is a little warm out here, but besides that, we had a good time. So, hey, you heard it from people on the streets right here in Kansas City. And just wanted to point out, too, if you want to know more about those areas, we met people from Blue Springs, Lee Summit, Kansas City, Kansas, Olathe, Overland Park. We have vlog tours on every one of those suburbs. We have map videos, and we have pros and cons. So dig into our channel if you want to know more about those areas. And don't forget to subscribe. We drop new videos every week so you can learn about Kansas City, see what's coming. We'll see you over there on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.